right, so now from Bell and Howell, which has been creating home solutions for so many years, is bringing us a way to transform just 2 regular outlets into a charging station. You're going to be able to plug in 7 different devices all at once while protecting them all with surge protection. So instead of having just 2 little plugs, you are going to have 7 ways to charge 7 different devices. 5 traditional AC plugs plus 2 USB. 2 USB plugs, I was going to call them. So they are fantastic. You are getting a 2-pack of these. So they are $19.99 each, and you're going to want to put them in every single place that you have your regular outlets and transform them. Plus you have the little shelf, and it's a little nightlight as well. Kylie Watts, look how great that is. And it has the sensor too.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, you know, gone are the days of using something like this, right? When we needed extra power, this is what we would plug into, and they were great back in the day, but those days are over. So instead of using the strip where you've got to kind of crawl on the floor and find the power, now we have this, and you plug this in, it will take up both of your outlets, but what it does, as Rosina pointed out, transforms your outlet space. So in the front of it, you can see 1 traditional AC outlet, there's your 2 USB ports, but then on each side, you have 2 additional regular AC ports, that great shelf. So literally plugging one thing in creates 7 spots. And I don't think there's a person on the planet, whether your house was built 5 years old or 105 years old, that says, you know what, I've got plenty of outlets.
No.
I don't need more power, because the reality is we're charging up so many devices. We want to stay connected, and this is a great way to do just that.
So good. Literally, you're transforming, and it is. If you do have an older house, you know that it's kind of a nightmare. There's very little plugs in the house. But even if you have a new house, you still now, why wouldn't you want to transform just 2 traditional outlets into 7 spaces, 5 AC outlets plus the USB, which is what most of the things have now.
Yeah.
That you would put in, right, the little box, and then you put the USB. Now you don't even need the little box.
Yeah, like the little cubes. It's
right,
like having 2 of those little cubes built right inside of here. But what's really great about that is of course, you normally if you plug one thing in, you monopolize 1 outlet. Now you have 7 spaces, plus you have this little shelf, so you could put things like your iPads, your phones, anything that's charging kind of rests up here. It elevates it up off of the countertop too, which I personally love. And then of course there's that little sensor that we have during the nighttime. This will illuminate too. So I'm just covering the sensor since we're in full light here, but you can see that beautiful kind of ring of light that you have right there, which is amazing. So it's great for kitchens, bathrooms, bedrooms, offices. Hopefully it'll turn on. Sometimes the studio lights keep it from turning on, but I'll cover it again too so you can see that beautiful warm glow. Now we will say this is not for GFI outlets. That's the ground fault interrupters, the ones that have those little buttons that you press on them to reset the outlet. But what's cool about this too is on the flip side, and I'll show you when we come back, there's actually a little button to reset it. So this is designed as a surge protector to protect your devices. So should a power surge come into your house, it will kind of shut the power off to the outlet, which is so fabulous. There's that built-in shelf right there, and I love that it's sleek and modern and just looks beautiful in any room.
Speaking of that, surge protection alone is so important. So even just for that, just to say whatever I have plugged in will have the surge protection, it's worth it. Do regular outlets have, like regular just traditional outlets from the wall have surge protection?
Oh no, not at all. So you want to make sure that you protect them. That's that little reset button we were just speaking about. So if it did shut the outlet power off, that's all you have to do to reset it. And again, you can see it's going to take up both outlets, but what you're doing is transforming that space. 2 on each side, 1 on the front with those USB ports, which is great. And here's what I will say, little pro tip. Even if you have an outlet that is behind your couch, right? The couch is going to go right up against this too, so you're not going to be able to utilize the front, but you know what you can do? Now you have 4 outlets where you only had 2. So even in those situations, it's worth its weight in gold. So all you have to do, Ro, when you get it home, plug it in, simple, easy to use, and it really transforms any space.
Truly, and you're getting 2 of them, and they come beautifully packaged. So great gift, but really, I mean, I would say get 2 sets, because usually it would be $60 this pack up. We are $20 less. We're saving $20, and they come out to $19.99 each. So you're going to want to put these in every single outlet in your home, but especially in the kitchen, all of like the high movement areas, the bedroom, the kitchen, your office, anywhere that you're like, oh, I have to plug this and I have to plug this, and I want to plug in my phone and I want to plug in the blender, right? All of those different things.
Right.
Now you're going to transform just 2 outlets into 7 spaces to plug in and get power or charge up your devices. And it works with every single device, obviously.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We used to use things like this, right? Those kind of power strips, that old school. But the problem is with strips like this, when you actually have to plug in bigger things, chunkier plugs, they kind of overlap, you don't have enough space. This is so much designed better because you can utilize the side, you can utilize the front, and even if you have other things via USB, you could still plug those bricks in on the side and do all of that too. So if you wanted to plug everything in to be USB, you can do that, but it's like having 2 of these bricks already built in, plus 5 outlets too, which is amazing. Beautifully designed, and I love the shelf. This is a great way for you to kind of have that docking station for your devices. If you're using things like, you know, recipes and you're working in the kitchen, it gets it off the countertop, so if anything spills, to me, it helps protect your devices, and built-in surge protector. So reset button on the back.
Protection.
It's got you covered in every way.
Just for that, it's worth it. That whatever you plug in is going to be protected from surge, which happens all the time.
All the time.
You know, I wake up sometimes and I'm like, oh, the power went out overnight.
I know.
Because, you know, and so now you're sure that your TVs and all of that are all protected from the surge. You're getting 2 of them, $19.99 each. E326474 is the item number. 5 easy payments of $8 from Bell and Howell. Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you, Rosina. Good to see you.
So in a few minutes, we're bringing you the